we crack on with this Volkswagen Caravelle review, be sure to click that subscribe button. It's really good for the environment. Welcome to the Volkswagen Caravelle. This is not a California, neither is it a transporter, and not really is it a shuttle, not really. But yet, it's all contained in the same sort of box. Why isn't it those other things? I hear you screaming at me. Why isn't it, Bob? Why do you not think it is those things? Because the only resemblance this car bears to any one of those other ones is kind of up here. So I could be sitting in a California right now looking around my dashboard here. I have a DSG box with 7 lovely speeds. I have a 204 brake horsepower diesel engine on the bonnet. And it's 2-wheel drive. So it's got all the stuff I actually want. But this is luxury transport. This is designed to replace, well, we kind of say limousines in a way for hoteliers, but also for those family days out. I mean, my kids absolutely love and refuse point blank to sit any other way in the car, but sit backwards with these two near seats here because they feel like they're reversing all the time. They like looking where they've been. They enjoy that. Now, I've never sat there because I've never had anyone else drive me one of these. Although I have on international launches, when you go on international launch with Volkswagen or one of that group, you invariably end up in one of these at some point of it. And it's very, very, very cool to fly down the Autobahn as a group. Like 5 or 6 of these in a row, all going zing, 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 and they pull up outside the airport now. It's very cool because they're blacked out windows on the outside, and it's just got so much stuff, so much coolness. Electric doors, electric tailgate, sitting like a van. It's just an automatic as well. Reminds me somewhat of the 80s. If this had a lovely red stripe down the side of it, I could easily forgive myself for thinking about Mr. T in a certain GMC van at that time as well. At least you're in a big van with a lot of seats in it, which was the coolest thing from the 80s. The coolest thing, forget about your Night Riders, the A-Team. No one ever died in the A-Team as far as I remember. Mr. T, pity the fool. Probably require some kind of theme music when you're driving along. But leaving the Mr. T thing and the A-Team aside for a minute, what do you get for your, well, in Ireland, 80 odd grand? But remember, for those of you who watch from overseas, or even for Irish people maybe don't realise this, about 13,500 of that is VRT. Think about that, vehicle registration tax. Just to have an Irish number plate on the front of the car is about 13,500 euros worth of this car. So you take VRT away and this car becomes, well, sub 70. Coming closer to the kind of higher 60s. Isn't that crazy? Absolutely nuts. And that just goes straight into the government. Back to the Volkswagen Caravelle, or the A-Team van as I've come to know it now. This is singularly probably one of the best vans I've driven ever, apart from California, but I can't compare the two of them. I know they're the same van technically, but it's not fair because when you're going camping in a camper van, it's a very different experience than going for a drive or bringing your family to the shops or whatever in this van because, well, this has more seats for a start. There's the bench back there, which is the full width bench, so you get 3 seats on that. Then you have 2 seats right behind these 2 seats here. So that's 5 seats back there, and then 6 and 7 up here. So this is a 7-seat car, and you will, and we have, fitted 7 people into Caravelles over the week I've had it, and on international launches. It's reasonably economical for a car that's, you know, 2 ton odd. You know, this isn't a light vehicle. It doesn't feel like a light vehicle either. And yet it handles pretty well. You know, you got 204 brake horsepower in this thing. You can get there all right, no problem. For transporting stuff, brilliant. Nothing else like it. Really does. Big boot, big enough. But it's meant more for the cabin space in the background. It's meant more for, you know, what people can fit in there. You'll get luggage and stuff. You can actually slide the bench at the back forward a bit, a good bit. to fit more stuff behind that bench. To have the boot is bigger. You can slide these seats around the place as well. There's a table here in the centre. We'll have a look at that in a minute. There's so much stuff that's catered for back there because, I mean, this is a business vehicle in Germany. This is a vehicle that you fit Wi-Fi to, and your people get in and they've got a driver and, you know, that sort of stuff, you know. It's such a clever car. I really do enjoy this Caravelle. Now look, it's out of a lot of people's price range, but if you're thinking that you need a 7-seat car and you're looking at the range of cars that's currently out there that claim 7 seats, there's actually very few of them that would sit 7 adults comfortably. But guess what? This will. And all their luggage. It is a transporter, so I do have an incredibly comfortable position to sit in. I do have armrests on both sides of me, a big door here beside me as well, a massive window to open, full climatronic air conditioning for back and front, all separate. They've got their own lighting system back there, which I can control up here as well like a chauffeur. It's such a clever car. Okay, it's not cheap, but it's a bloody clever car. As I keep saying, 13.5 grand of the price of this car is tax. Just straight up dip their hand in your pocket and take out €13,500. Thanks very much, says the Minister for Transport. Sorted. 204 brake horses out there out the front scrabbling for grip and get me straight up to 80, 90, 100 kilometers an hour. Easy peasy. I do hope you've enjoyed this review. If you have, please give us a little like there if you wouldn't mind. Make sure you click that subscribe button. You can also check out patreon.com/thenextgear and give us some money to keep this channel absolutely free. But until the next time, I will see you on the far side. Pity the fool.